Hello, Michael here with Bear Coast Real Estate. I'm a real estate agent here in the Dallas, Texas area, and every Monday I give you a weekly update of all of Dallas County. We're looking for trends and which cities and zip codes are the hottest this week if you're looking to maybe sell your home, where you're gonna get top dollar, or which cities and zip codes are the coolest this week if you're in the market looking to buy, where might there be an opportunity. We'll also look at mortgage rates just to see how they compare weekly, as well as mortgage purchase application data, which is our best leading indicator of what demand is gonna look like over the next 30 to 90 days. But before we jump in, I'd appreciate it so much if you hit the thumbs up button. And if you're into data like this, go ahead and hit subscribe. All right, first up, let's look at mortgage rates. This is awesome. We're at a 6.38, which is down from, at the beginning of March, we were as high as 7.1, somewhere in here. But we're continuing to drop. This is good for everyone looking to buy a home. I mean, from a 7.1 to a 6.38, the quick way to think about how big of a benefit this is every 1 point drop in interest rates, you can afford about 12% more house for the exact same monthly payment. So if you were approved for a $400,000 house and rates dropped 1%, you could now get a $448,000 house for the exact same monthly payment, and that's just from a 1% drop in interest rates. So it's a huge deal. Rates don't usually move this much every week, but that's why we have to track them, because over the last year or two, they've just been going crazy. And nothing has a bigger impact on the real estate market than interest rates. Okay, moving on to purchase application data. This is how many people are applying for mortgages. Now we're up 2% week to week, which is still good, continuing the trend up. This is the third week in a row. And this is coming off of when rates went there at the beginning of the March from 5.99 all the way up to 7.1, which again, that is not a normal move at all. We had 3 weeks of mortgage applications just drying up because nobody wants to buy at 7.1%. And now we've had 3 weeks of purchase applications increasing, which again is our leading indicator of what is demand going to look like moving forward the next 30 to 90 days. So this is good and shows that people are coming back into the market and they're willing to buy at the rates around the mid sixes or below. And this is pretty consistently what we've been seeing. The closer they get to 6, the more people are applying. Okay, moving in, we're gonna just look at Dallas County as a whole. And if you want a report like this, which could be just for your city, it could be for your zip code, it could be for all of Dallas County, just comment your email address below. I'm happy to set you up on it and it will send you all this data weekly for whatever your zip code is or wherever you want. But this market action index is what I use as the quickest way to just get a clear picture of what exactly is going on. And it takes into account all of this data over here. So it gives you a brief summary, but the point is, it's just telling you how strong of a seller's market are we in. So you just want to watch this needle every week. It says last month, but it's in a 4-week period, so it's based weekly. So it says last month, but it will change every week. So if we ever get past this 30 line, that means we're in a buyer's market, because only 30% of the time historically are we ever in a buyer's market. So very quick, high level, it is more of a seller's market this week than it was last week. Median list price almost didn't change, it changed by $100. Price per square foot continuing to climb. Days on market, median is the one we look at, but also average is dropping. There are less price decreases than there were, and inventory is not rising, but it is holding flat, which is good. That's what you want to see. You would hope that being here in mid-March, we're close to the bottom of inventory and we'll start to climb through the spring. Again, it used to be historically we would bottom in inventory in January, maybe a little into February, but ever since COVID, that's really been pushing back into March and April. So the hope is this inventory is going to bottom here, pick up in the spring. But all of this, days on market dropping, less price decreases, list price holding, all of this suggests more buyers are coming in. We're gonna remain in a seller's market and it's just gonna heat up for spring. So if you're looking to buy, please don't wait. Okay, let's move on. So that last one was covering all of Dallas County, and now we're looking inside the county at separate cities and zip codes. So the way to look at this is these top 3 are telling you the hottest markets. This is where it would be best to sell or where it will be most difficult to buy. And the next 3 are where are the coolest cities and zip codes, and so where might be the best buy opportunity, and then we'll look at inventory at the end. I also want to point out these 2 are 90-day averages, so they move slower. This last one is just what happened last week, so you're not going to pick up any trends out of here, but this is just exciting for you to see if you're in any of these zip codes. So looking at the hottest markets, these are the hottest cities in all of Dallas County. Louisville, Grapevine, and Carrollton remained in their same top 3 spots. Coppell moved up 2 spots to take 4th place. Irving moved down 1 spot into 5th place. Balch Springs moved down 1 spot into 6th place. Sachse moves up 1 spot into 7th place. Richardson moves down 1 spot into 8th place. Garland moves up 1 spot into 9th place. And DeSoto comes out of nowhere into 10th place, and it knocks Rowlett completely off of the top 10 chart. So if you're in any of these cities, you're in the top 10 hottest cities of Dallas. Let's get more specific here by zip code. These are just for you to look over quickly in case they apply to you. So we have Louisville 75077. That's the absolute hottest zip code in all of Dallas County. followed by Irving 75063, Carrollton 75007, Grapevine 76051, Louisville 75067, Irving 75062, Carrollton 75010, Coppell 75019, Garland 75044, and Richardson 75080. Those are the top 10 hottest zip codes in all of Dallas County. And then lastly, just for the excitement, let's see what were the hottest zip codes just specifically this week. That means they may not have ever been and they may never be again, but this week, this is where the hottest markets were. So Garland 75040, Coppell 75019, Grapevine 76051, Dallas 75223, Irving 75063, Carrollton 75007, Dallas 75233, Garland 75044, Saxe 75048, Dallas 75216. So if you live in any of those zip codes, congratulations. This week you were the hottest zip code. You're hoping that that trend is going to continue. And look, all the top 8 were at 100. So these were maxed out on the hotness this week. So if you've been considering selling your house, give me a call and let's discuss what that might look like. This may be the best time to get top dollar for your house if you're in any of these top 10. All right, moving on to the coolest markets. These are for my buyers. Where can we find an opportunity? Now in the cool markets, the top 5 remain unchanged, all the way down to Red Oak. Mesquite moved up 1 place into 6th place. And remember on this chart, moving up is bad, moving down is good, because you don't want to be the coolest market. So Mesquite moves up 1, that's worse. Wiley moves down 1 into 7th place, which is better. Duncanville moves up 1 to 8th place, that's bad. Cedar Hill moves down 1 into 9th place. Grand Prairie moves off the coolest markets list. Congratulations to Grand Prairie, but Rowlett takes its place at number 10. So Rowlett actually went from being on the top 10 hottest to now being in the best spot you could be on the 10 coolest. So it went from the worst spot on the best list to the best spot on the worst list. Sorry, Rowlett. And I'll give you a minute here just to look through the coolest zip codes in case they apply to you if you were ever looking anywhere in here. A lot of it is in Dallas. We have one in Seagoville. Ferris, as we discussed, there's just a ton of new builds there that are sitting. It's a small town very far south of Dallas. And then we've got Lancaster here, which has been dropping and dropping. This is not a good trend you want to see in your market. As you'll see, even a lot of these cities are starting to curve up. So if you're in the zip code that is continuing to trail down, that's not what you want to see. Okay, next up, what were the absolute coolest markets? This is where are people not currently buying houses? So where can you get a deal? Where can you get a price reduction? Where are houses sitting on the market? All of these zip codes are a good candidate for that. So look through these, see if any of them apply to you. And again, this is just for this week. A lot of these may only have a few houses for sale, so it can be very skewed, so don't lean heavily on this at all. It may be a totally different set of zip codes next week. All right, last up, taking a quick look at inventory. And all we're really looking for here is we're hoping this is gonna bottom off. Again, this is a 90-day average, but let's just look for the last 2 weeks. 1151, 1164, so barely a drop. Again, we're hoping that at this point in the season, coming into April, that this is going to be the bottom. Historically, since COVID, we're getting close to the bottom, and we just want to see this flatten off and then start curving up for the spring. And this is pretty consistent, and you can see at least some of these are still looking to have a pretty sharp drop. So some of these cities may not see the bottom of their inventory for several weeks to come. Grand Prairie, for example, big sharp drop off. Wiley, yeah, a lot of these. I mean, look at Carrollton. Of course, it's one of the highest demand markets, but this may be the first year where we don't bottom in inventory in some of these cities for another month or 2, which would be crazy. All right, guys, well, that's it for me this week. I hope you got some value from this video. If you did, please leave a comment below, hit the thumbs up. Please let me know if there's anything that you feel this video is missing, something else you'd like to know. As well as don't forget, I can put you on this search specifically for your zip code or city, whatever you want. Just leave your email below or shoot me a text. My number is 214-957-2001. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.